Alright, let's talk about garbage disposals. Nathan Cox here. Thanks for joining us on the Around the Home. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment subscribing to our channel, whether you click on the little ninja on the bottom right, the Around the Home on the top left, or just a subscribe button, depending on the device you're watching us on. And if you're watching us on YouTube, there'll be links popping up as we go along, including this one right here for our website, which has hundreds of more videos organized really well, along with some additional content. But let's get back to what we're talking about over here with the garbage disposal, okay? So there's a lot of people that mess up a lot with the garbage disposal. Always clogging it up, jamming it up, or this and that. And I'm gonna help teach you guys the basics of it so that you can avoid these problems, okay? Because you don't want problems. You got enough problems with the work and this and that. You don't need this, okay? So first, to explain the garbage disposal, let's take a look at the inside of one so you can understand how it works, okay? This is an older clip of mine, but here you go. You see it's got the two paddles, you can call them the paddle blades or whatever, the blades. They're not sharp, okay? And they rotate on that disc and they just push the food to the outside edge of the garbage disposal, kind of like a cheese grater, okay? This is what a standard residential, home garbage disposal looks like. Okay, so now that you know what's inside the garbage disposal and how it works basically, let's talk about what goes in, what should and shouldn't go into the garbage disposal. Because there's things that are too hard and things that are too soft. Yes, this is like, Goldilocks and Three Bears, right? It has to be just right. It kind of is a little bit, okay? So foods that shouldn't go in there are things like rinds, watermelon rinds, cantaloupe rinds, bones, raw vegetables, things that you wouldn't chew up too much. I mean, yeah, okay, raw vegetables, people eat up like that, but I'm not talking about like a sliced little piece of bell pepper. I'm talking about like carrot sticks and like, whole things of like cabbage and things like that. No. Things that are too soft are things like rice, oatmeal, other types of grains, alfalfa sprouts or other kind of sprouts like that. Now the reason that I think everyone understands why the hard stuff doesn't work, because it just can't grind it up. Now the soft stuff, that might be more confusing. The problem is that it grinds it up too fast, okay? So you put it in there, boom, and then it hits the pipe, the first bend in the pipe outside the garbage disposal, and it hits it like a rock, just packs it in there. And no, a little bit of liquid plumber down there is not gonna fix it, okay? You're actually gonna take the pipes apart and then, shake that stuff out or stick it out, get it with a stick and just physically get rid of it, okay? That's the problem. Same thing goes like with potato. If you do like carrot, you're peeling carrots or potatoes and you just fill that sink up and then run it like that, okay? Okay, I just had that actually happen at Thanksgiving. My sister-in-law did that. We had like 20 potatoes and the sink was full of it, and rather than scoop it out and throw in the trash can, she ran the garbage disposal, and while we're trying to cook Thanksgiving dinner, I have to crawl underneath the sink and pull the pipes apart. So yeah, seriously, okay? But there's no way that beats my mother-in-law, because she'll be in here and I got the whole kitchen shaking, the whole countertop's like, the sink's shaking like this, and there's like 3 or 4 pieces of like watermelon rinds sticking out of the garbage disposal, and she's like, it'll go down, just give it a few. I'm like, what are you talking about? Stop it, just throw those away. She's like, what kind of wimpy garbage disposal do you have? And I'm like, it's not made for that. Trash can's right here, like literally right here, sink, trash can, just drop it in there. Okay, she's always giving me a hard time about my garbage disposal, like it's kind of wimpy thing. One time she tried to put a whole sub sandwich down there. I mean, like, what? Okay, so, all right, rule of thumb, don't empty the refrigerator into the garbage disposal, okay? Use the trash can. Now, obviously soups like that, you don't want to drop soup in there or something like that, because it's just gonna leak through the trash can, the bag. Soups are fine in there like that. Soups have a lot of soft stuff like that, but make sure, here we go. When you run your garbage disposal, this is something that I think a lot of people just never were taught. Turn on your water, turn on your garbage disposal, take your plate with your leftovers, and you can have a little bit of rice on there, a little bit of veggies, a little bit of meat. This is the leftovers on your plate, and then feed it into the garbage disposal as it's running, okay? This is gonna solve a lot of things right there. One, it's not gonna pack it in where there's so much stuff in there one time, it's gonna clog the pipes, okay? It's gonna give it enough time to chew it up as it goes, so it properly cuts the pieces up and it gets down your drain well. Plus, I've seen some people like shove it in there and they turn it on and shoots up towards their face, or the other side of the sink and shoots up. Okay, that fixes those problems, okay? Don't just pack it full of stuff and then turn it on. Okay, if you use that simple thing of turn the water on, turn on the garbage disposal, then feed it, you'll almost never have a problem with your garbage disposal. Now, if you already have a problem with your garbage disposal, like it's just humming when you turn on the switch but doing nothing other than humming, or it does nothing at all, makes no noise, I have a video on how to help fix that, okay? Top right of your screen there. Okay, so let's get ready to wrap up this video here. I will have Amazon links in the description down below with different tools and stuff like that for garbage disposals, or even brand new garbage disposals that I approve of, because there's ones that I really don't like and there's other ones that I do, and they'll all be down there in the description down below. So as we're coming to the end now here, if you need to install a new one, there's a video popping up there on how to install a new garbage disposal. And in case you didn't do it before, so please subscribe to the channel, check out our website. You guys have a great one.